Yes, and welcome back to MCC News. It is Wednesday, it is the 8th of November 2017. Hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. And that sounds a little bit like Philip DeFranco, but I like his stuff. And let's just jump right into it. And our first story is the announcement of the Duel skirmishes target. Now, Marvel Contest of Champions Drew, of course, if you're not familiar with him, then make sure you get over to his Facebook, get over to his Twitter, and make sure that you are following him, as he delivers some great stuff for the Marvel Contest of Champions community. Not just the English ones, but the Spanish ones as well. So it's good to have all this kind of amazing information. And he's delivered the skirmish targets, which obviously is Karnak today. And we've got Black Shadow 69 and Harada 78. And Black Shadow 69 being the easiest one to go for, based on the fact obviously he's only 780, as well as the level is level 1 of rank 1, so it's going to be pretty easy. Our next story, and probably the biggest story, is that we're getting some adjustments to the rewards that we get out of, and the milestones as well, with regards to alliance questing, which is really good to see. But it doesn't stop there. We're getting the introduction of class-specific Tier 4 class catalyst fragments. This is pretty substantial and good to see to a degree, as you know, I'm getting screwed over by Mystic all the time. I never seem to pull Mystic. It's either Tech or Cosmic or Skill or Mutant. I get so much, but I don't really get much of Mystic, so it is good to see that being put into the Glory Store. Obviously the downside is that it's only 1,800 of a class, you know, catalyst fragments that's specified for that given day, because it does rotate on different ones, which kind of pushes out the need for having that deal that comes around now and again, which is the Tier 4 class catalyst, kind of increased to 5,000 fragments, and then obviously the chance of kind of boosting it to get something else. Also, you're going to see a change to the way that the Tier 4 basic works, in that it's not going to be a fully formed, it's going to be a certain amount of fragments. There is some kind of good side to that and bad side. The bad side is you don't get one fully formed, and sometimes it's nice to see a fully formed. The upside is that you're going to get more fragments, I think, for your glory, which is going to be handy if you say, like, I'm close to fully forming something, and then go, boom, there you go, I bought it, and they got a fully formed one, and therefore I've got more glory to spend in other areas. The next thing is the milestones have been given a little bit of an adjustment. They've increased the amount of glory you can get. Granted, you will have to get the full milestones in order to kind of get that added benefit, because per milestone achievement the amount of glory goes down slightly, though it's situated in a very kind of odd way. But I don't know if it really pushes the player and pushes the alliance to want to do things like map 6 more, in order to make sure that they're getting the full amount of those milestones. I think that's really up to your perspective and the people that do map 6 quite regularly. You know, what's your thoughts on this, or what's your take on this? What about the people that do map 5 that may be kind of thinking, right, well, maybe we should push for at least one day of map 6 in order to kind of get up further with regards to those milestones? Don't know, I think it's a player perspective thing. The Conqueror Awards have been slightly adjusted as well to improve a few things, which is nice to see. This kind of little bit of improvement. I myself are finding in game that as I'm kind of boosting my 5 stars, the biggest issue I have is tier 1 alphas. Obviously I will then have the issue with tier 2 alphas the further I go with the game, and different kind of like issues for different players for whatever reasons. So it's nice to see some kind of like little additions to aid people. I don't know if it really aids the people that do map 6 regularly. I'm sure it's a little bit of an improvement, especially to get the kind of, well, I don't think really a tier 4 class catalyst fragment crystal was really an add-on for anybody that does map 6. I think they may have looked for, well, maybe look for something that's a bit more substantial than that in whole schemes of fairness. With regards to the other stuff between for map 3, map 4, and map 5, yeah, they're acceptable and, you know, good additions, slight improvements, but still slight improvements for 3, 4, and 5 accepted. I'm sure, like I said, map 6 people may not be too happy about it and would look for something a little bit more. Our next story is all about tests of Valor. A lot of players are kind of reporting that they cannot see a test of Valor in this section here. Now, don't be alarmed. Okay, how it works is as soon as it's triggered, it will come up. But if it's not active, or nobody's activated a bounty mission, it means that it's not going to be there. This is then kind of repeated by Kabam Mike on the subject, and a lot of people obviously will be still a little bit concerned. I'm having a little bit of an odd relationship with tests of Valor, in that I found that when I completed Master Mode last night, I did just a standard kind of completion. It's not 100%. But now I'm going for the exploration side of things. Anyway, the completion hit, boom. Huge amount of Valor was then pinged into my account. At that point, I triggered a test of Valor. So a lot of people are reporting that potentially it's at the point you collect a lot of Valor in one big chunk that then you trigger it. I can't verify this with regards to a trigger function, but maybe look at relationships between that. Maybe that you've just done something like Master, or you've done the last chapter of Beginner, and therefore it's gone boom, it's triggered. Or maybe you've just done a big milestone in, say, 4 million in Arena, and boom, you've triggered it. So look out for that, guys. Kind of give feedback on this if that's the case, but granted that I think it's all based on chance, but don't quote me on it. And to give you an idea with regards to this, it is something that Kabam Mike has responded and said that at the point it's triggered by an Alliance member based on Valor being collected, is this the point that you actually see it in this section here? So hopefully that clarifies the situation for people. Our next story is that we are 19 days away from Cyber Monday. If you're not familiar with what happens on Cyber Monday, usually a good offer, bunny ears, good offer is dropped within the unit store. I myself are hoping for a 5-star Awakening gem. Now, I'm pretty and 100% certain that there won't be a specific one, so you won't be able to choose, and I don't think it'll be a generic. More than likely, there will be a 5-star kind of random Awakening crystal, so you'll get a chance, and it's like, I'm rooting for getting a skill one in order to do Blade, but I doubt I'm gonna get it. But it's one thing about being hopeful for these things, that maybe one day something like that might come my way. Because I was thinking about using Blade with regards to 11 for Legends run at the end of the year, but then that's my own thing. A lot of people are putting in this forum post their kind of wishes and hopes for what they'd like to see. So obviously you can go to the forum post and put your kind of wishes and likes, and obviously maybe give your thoughts in the comment section what you think is coming Cyber Monday, as it could be really good. Let's hope. And our final story is one of my own, obviously shameless plug. Yeah, I got early access to Thor Ragnarok and had a whale of a time with it. Obviously, granted, I will have the champion removed from my account. I don't get to keep it, it will be removed. So I got early access, a little bit of fun with the champion, and I found some really amazing stuff with regards to chaining L3s together, which I've kind of shared in this video, and I've got another video coming up tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, which will then show the extent of the kind of trying for a perma-stun, but then multiple L3s and that chaining L3 I'm trying to put in there. A good amount of combos were here, a kind of a flawless one, as well as a completely full clutch aggressive gameplay. And I was able, within a very short space of time, to strip down a lot of points. He was incredibly fun, but do check out the video for more information on Thor Ragnarok. So thank you very much for watching this video. I've been RichTheMan. If you want to follow me on social media, links are popping up and also in the description. The other thing is support Marvel Contest Champion Strukos by going over to his Twitter and Facebook and following him, because there's amazing stuff. The video for Thor Ragnarok is in the description, as well as the forum posts that we discussed today. Have your say on them, as well as, yeah, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.